Welcome back student in basic chemistry course. In previous session we are going to discuss the methods of applying metallic coating. Containing first type of method is hot dipping method, and this hot dipping method containing two types of methods are there. First type of method is the galvanizing and second type of method is the tinning process. So the galvanizing process we already discussed in previous video, and today's session we discuss the second type of method is the tinning process. So this tinning process, in this tinning method, it is used for producing a coating of tin metal over the steel plates or the brass sheets. Okay. So this method is very similar to the galvanizing process, except molten tin is used in place of zinc. In galvanizing process we used a coating metal is the zinc, and in tinning method we use the tin metal for the coating. Okay. So tin is nobler metal and it is very resistant to chemical attack. So tin is nobler metal and it is very resistant to chemical attack. So that's why they will be used for coating on metal sheets. So it is very simpler method. So in this, the tin is having a low melting point and their melting point will be about 232 degrees Celsius. So tin is used for coating over a mild steel plates required for foodstuff industries, and it is resistant to action of organic acid and water. So for example, one of the steel sheets will be covered by the tin. So these will be used for storing of foodstuff or packing of food products, because this tin will be very resistant to the action of organic acid and water. So that's why they will be used for storing of these food substances. So in case of coating of tin does not cover the surface completely, in case this coating will be placed over these iron sheets or the steel sheets on the of the tin coated sheet is there. So for example, this is one of the tin coated sheets, and any reason the coating of the tin will be removed, then it is broken during the use and leaves the iron surface exposed. For the some of the place will be exposed in the air, so the more rapid corrosion of iron will takes place than that of the unprotected surface of iron. The reason is that the iron stand above the tin in activity series, so it is more electropositive than the tin. So it can easily loses their electrons and corrosion increases, because iron will be placed above the tin in activity series means electrochemical series. So that's why they will be more electropositive in nature. So that's why in the directly contact with the air, they can easily react with the atmospheric oxygen and lose their electrons. So that's why the iron, the surface of the iron which gets undergoes on corrosion, and the corrosion rate can increases. So let's see how the coating of tin will be done on any sheets. So let's see the process of tinning. So in this process, this is one of the schematic diagram of the tinning process. In this process also having a 4 chambers are there. First chamber having a presence of dilute H2SO4, another chamber having a presence of molten flux of zinc chloride, and next chamber having a presence of molten tin, and last chamber having a presence of vegetable oil or the palm oil, and hot rollers will be there. So let's see the process. The sheets, any sheet of steel is to be tin is first cleaned by dilute H2SO4, means they can pickled with the dilute H2SO4. That means any impurities will be present on the steel sheets or any oxide film will be present on the steel sheets. It can removed when they can clean by the dilute H2SO4. After this, it is passed through a bath containing molten flux of zinc chloride. Why they can dip in molten flux of zinc chloride? Because this molten metal to get adhere to the metal sheet. This zinc chloride which can adhere on this metal sheet, then this sheet will be passed through the tank of molten tin, Finally, these sheets will be passed through the tank having a presence of molten tin. That means high degree Celsius temperature, the tin can be melted. At this temperature, these steel sheets can be dipped in this tank. Finally, and then they can coated with these sheets can be coated with the molten tin. Next, they can dip in a tank having a presence of vegetable oil like palm oil. And this, why they can be dip in this tank? Because the palm oil or the vegetable oil to protect the hot tin coated surface against oxidation, because this coated surface of the steel sheets having a presence of tin, and tin which undergoes on oxidation, so prevent their oxidation, they can coated by this vegetable oil or the palm oil. Then sheet will be passed through the pair of hot rollers to remove any excess of tin and make the coating will be uniform all over the surface on the metal sheet. On that way, the tinning can be carried out, or the steel sheets will be coated by the tin. Okay, so these steel sheets, so let's discuss the uses of these steel sheets. So are the applications of this tinning process. So first application of tinning process is, it is used for coating of steel and brass sheets used for manufacturing of containers for storing of foodstuff, ghee, oil, kerosene, medicine, pickle and packing food material. So these tin articles or the tin coated sheets will be used for storing of food substances, that is ghee, oil, kerosene, because the tin will protects the metal from atmospheric corrosion and avoid food poison. We all in previous video we discussed the galvanized article does not used for storing of food substances because they produce the poisonous substances when the food substances will be stored in it. So that's why galvanized article we does not used for storing of food substances, but the tin articles will does not form any poisonous substances when the foodstuffs can be stored in it. So that's why the tin articles will be used for storing of foodstuffs. This is the first application. Next application is, the tin coated steel sheets are used for making boxes, trunks and roofing purposes. So these tin coated sheets also used for making of boxes, trunks and roofing purposes. Okay. Next application is, the copper wire is tinned to facilitate soldering. So for soldering purposes, this copper wire will be tinned. They can be tinning occurs because of they can facilitate soldering. Okay. Next application is, the copper wire is insulated with rubber, is first tinned to protect it from sulfur attack of the rubber. So this copper wire is to be insulated with the rubber. This copper wire will be tinned first because it can protect from sulfur attack of the rubber. So these are the, and also one of the application of the tinning process is, the tin copper sheets are also used for making cooking utensils and refrigeration equipment. They are also used in refrigeration equipment and used for making of cooking utensils. Cooking utensils. So these are the applications of tinning process. So this is the hot dipping process we will discuss. Then next we discuss the next topic of this unit is electrochemistry. In this electrochemistry topic containing some of the basic points we discuss. So first point is the ionization. So what is ionization and dissociation? So we will discuss. Ionization is, it is the process of splitting up or breaking up of a substance into charged atoms is known as ionization. Ionization means the substance which can converted into the charged atoms, or splitting up or breaking up into charged atoms is known as ionization. For example, also one of the example we discuss here, heat causes ionization of gas and making it a fairly good conductor of electricity. So heat will causes ionization of gas. Gaseous substance also can break into ionized substance, ionized atom, and these ionized atom which can easily conduct the electricity. So that's why they we say they can a good conductor of electricity. So this high voltage of electric current which brings about the ionization of neon gas. Another example is high voltage of electric current which brings about the ionization of neon gas and inert gases, due to which these gases they glow with various colors and they will be used in advertisement. So this is another example of ionization process. So this ionization process is the formation of ions in solution or in fused state or in gaseous state. So this is the ionization process. So next process we discuss here is electrolytic dissociation. Electrolytic dissociation means it is the process of splitting up of an electrovalent compound. Electrovalent compound means ionic compounds. They can splitting up into the ions when dissolved in solvent like water. So their example is sodium chloride. Because this sodium chloride when we will dissolve in water, then that time they can split into the Na plus and Cl minus ions. That means they can be converted into the charged atoms when they dissolve in water. So this is the dissociation, electrolytic dissociation process. In this process, splitting up, not breaking up. In this process, they can split up the electrovalent compound into ions. And but when this electrovalent compound we will dissolve in water or dissolve in proper solvent, then that time they can split and forms the charged ions. This process will be the electrolytic dissociation. So today we stop here. In next video we discuss Arrhenius theory of electrolytic dissociation. Thank you.